What up?
Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
Um, stuff, things,
Stuff things
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the middle of a complete rebuild.
of your life or what?
No, no, no. Well, yes, it's of my life. It's of my touring cars.
Okay.
Complete rebuild time. I'm writing down. So I have two cars. They're basically twins, except that one has a carbon chassis and the other one has an alloy chassis.
Right.
Also, one of the cars is definitely jacked at the moment because I had stolen someone's Brian Bodine's long links because all of mine were in Florida still, and that's been resolved. But
Oh, that's why you wanted your shit back.
yeah, I was like, I need my long links, baby. So yeah, so this car, if you were to look at it, it has like a lot of camber.
Yeah, it's
I
got
think the
Stance
kids
Nation,
call
kid.
that stance. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm basically sitting here writing down setups, and then I'm gonna dismantle cars, and then come up with some new setups.
Okay.
So all
Just
for
this.
Saturday,
Just set up wizards.
you know.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Eh.
that's the goal. Go faster, etc.
Did your shit actually show up?
Yeah, yeah, I got
Oh,
everything.
oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, there was one box that was late. It showed up today, but yeah, we're good.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Also, you have like the you used what looked like hockey tape on the boxes. That was also weird, but hey, they held together. That's all that matters.
It's Gorilla Tape, kid.
Yeah.
Fucking that shit's amazing.
Okay. I was I random things show up in my mailbox every once in a while.
Yeah.
Um have you on your touring car, are you running a foam bumper? Or are you
Yeah.
running something else?
Phone bumper. Just
Foam.
the
Okay.
Automatics,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, the kit foam bumper. I'm
Yeah.
running the kit foam bumper too, but I got one of these. Um, this
It looks
is
thick, kid.
it's not that thick actually.
Yeah.
This is the thing that One Up is reselling. That I think it's like Axled or something like that. I don't remember.
Okay.
Um, but what's actually interesting is you see the honeycomb in it. Like
Yeah.
it has different layers
Uh-huh.
in it, and that makes it look interesting. So I don't know.
I have one I have a Fabitech from our friend
Yeah, yeah, from
Fabio
Fabio.
on
Yeah,
my 12 scale.
I never got a Fabio touring car one. This is a Fabio 12 scale one.
Yeah.
Um, but see, what I think is interesting about this guy's design is, like you really can't see through it
Yeah,
per
yeah,
se. He altered the layers, and then like this guy, you can see right through it.
yeah.
So, probably the same amount of material, but I feel like this might have a little more structure to it with this style of design.
I would say it's
Pers-
heavier.
I don't know, not the same
Yeah.
part. Couldn't tell you.
So I think the comment was made at the paved nats until Simon Isaacs runs one on his touring car.
Oh
I
shit!
ain't fucking running one. And
Oh shit!
I think that was from you. And
Possibly. Hey, hey! I just said it showed up in my mailbox. I didn't say it's on the car. All right. It's just there. All these other ones are foam still. So
getting that
anyway,
free swag.
yeah. Well, I don't know about free. And
Oh,
then
okay.
one of the other things that's worthwhile to show and
Well,
share.
is this our
Yeah,
unboxing
we're doing
segment?
show and tell.
We're
Everyone
doing
likes show and
unboxing
tell.
right away. We're kicking off with the
Yeah,
unboxing segment.
why not? Fuck it. Who
Okay.
cares? All right. So then the other thing was, and I'm probably gonna butcher the name of this thing. I think it's like Sing Fab RC, and they have these
Cameras over here,
uh,
dickhead.
they have these different servo
Yep.
horn replacements.
For the
So like this is
X-ray.
yeah, this is the default X-ray one,
Yep.
little plastic Johnny.
Yep.
And then so they got two types, and this one here is this new part. They call it the XR007.
Yep.
Okay.
That's type B.
Yeah, sure. Type B. Anyway,
Yep.
that makes sense. And so if you look at the two pieces, and we could pull out the other camera to do this, but I'm doing it like this anyway. So you look at the two pieces, the holes are basically on this
They
one match the bottom holes here.
Yep.
But if you look at the profile, that some bitch sticks out, and the other one is, straight. And so
yeah, last I looked, only 7 left on Awesomatics USA.
yeah. And I might have to. I got my own secret stash of them here that I got first, just to test them out. And like, I don't know, the cars that
How many do you really need? Like, I mean, you have like how many there? You have like a dozen.
I might have a dozen in my hand. That's okay. It just, you never know, man. Shit happens. All right, calm down, relax. So, and
I
the
ran the
interest-
regular one this past
Yeah.
weekend.
It was good.
Yeah, I mean, no complaints.
Yeah, and so like the thing that's interesting about this is, people had seen we've done these like US spec cutout chassis,
Yep.
and so this is a different chassis plate that got milled down, all nice, and
I'm
in
surprised
particular,
you're not showing the one you did yourself.
This is actually the one I did myself. If you look on the inside, it looks like a beaver did it. But anyway, yeah. And when I this is like the race car that I always run, that is usually pretty fast. At least at the gate, but now the gate's closing, so whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I just saw a photo of Ron, Mick, and Karuba fucking tearing it down.
Sad,
So
bro.
sad.
Anyway, so in this scenario here, like I'm running either a -6 or a -5 plate, and my steering is pretty straight. It has a slight sweep, like from the center, maybe 1 or 2 degree, if
Right.
that. It's noticeable to the eye, but that's about it. And so what I found was when you put this piece on, okay, you get two benefits. Number one is you don't need all this stuff. You don't need all this special cutting hackery stuff. Okay. So that means basically you're hearing it here. The US spec kit is done. They're not making them anymore. Probably not worth it. All right. We got a lot of these outside. We can always make it, or we can send you the guy who made them. He offers the milling on his site anyway. And we have many of these outside plates still available. But in general, yeah, it's done. We're just going to go with this thing moving forward for December of 2023 or 2022 and forward.
Well, I mean, I think it also that'll be beneficial too if you want to run zero, like get to zero without even like on the -1.5 plate.
Yeah, you can do a lot of things. The funnier part is we might actually start hitting issues where in order to get the link straight, you actually have to now start putting shims here.
That's fine.
Just to move it. But like hopefully there's enough ball stud length. And there should be, in worst case scenario, you can always switch to a different ball stud.
Yeah, you don't need to run that little bitty guy.
Yeah, you could run like another
But
one,
I have titanium ones on my car, so it's like, hey, they're fancy.
And then I haven't tried this yet, but that company also has a bunch of other nonsense.
Yes, they do.
Available, and so they have They have a little bumper.
Yep, I have that.
And so
5 techs better.
Yeah, I would probably agree with that statement. The thing where I wanted to try this was for the scenario, like if you have a body that is not as deep. So like here they are kind of hole to hole. Often we're running the bodies like super forward, but in scenarios where you're not, I was wondering if this other one could maybe help but it doesn't look like it really does much of a difference. So,
No,
you know,
it was
is what it
like
is.
I got it because I was ordering stuff, and then also
Yeah.
the thing was, it was one of those things that I didn't know if I could get one of Fabio's bumpers.
Mhm.
So, it was kind of like, oh, I'm here. It's $5. Fucking
Yeah, yeah. Dude,
ship it.
it's
I've spent way much more money. I spent way more money on more
on
dumb shit.
yeah, on stuff that's been terrible.
Yeah,
And the reality is this stuff is very nice. The only problem is, like, if you just want one or two things, the shipping will kill you. So if you buy a
yeah,
bunch of them, it's fine.
yeah. You got to buy enough stuff to make the shipping worth it.
Yeah.
But you
And
can. It doesn't take much.
no, not at all. And then they also do have a straight horn variant of that piece. And on the straight horn variant, they actually
Hmm.
have
Yep.
two holes that are lower, which is
Yes.
somewhat interesting.
Yep.
And
Went down that rabbit hole. Don't fucking need them.
well, it's interesting you say you don't need them, because the other thing that I've done on my car that's a little different, and I'll use the pen to point it. So, the servo mount normally has just like a standoff, and then you put a screw on this side and a screw on that side.
Hmm.
Well, I did something a little different, and I found a way to get my servo closer to the chassis. And so
Okay.
all that means is I'm not standing it up as high. I have a different standoff. I'm actually using a standoff from a Phoenix car here.
Okay. So you put
But
a shorter thing in there. So you just
yeah,
lowered the
it's just
servo.
this exactly. That's all it's doing. All
Right.
right. And my only thought there is just to try to get, if you look at the link straight on, I want to have them at the bottom, it either be flat or angled up slightly. That's my only real goal.
Yeah, but if you lower the servo, you don't want to run. You definitely don't want to run the lower holes.
Yeah, probably not. And so it's something to look at.
So we just,
Trying the
you
holes,
just,
and
you just proved my point that the
no.
lower holes are not worth it.
Well, I don't know.
And you got to do a lot of
I want to see.
modification to you got to do some mods to the servo
Oh,
itself.
do
The
you?
servo, yeah, you got to do a little grinding, a little customization.
Oh, I don't know if I
Um,
want to do that,
yeah.
but
You
I
got
haven't
to,
gotten there yet. Those have
yeah.
just in the bag.
I can tell you this: save your time, save
Yeah,
your
don't bother.
hour, and just fucking run in the top holes. You're not.
Yeah.
There's not enough there down that rabbit hole.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
it's something. It's
Mangler
something
did the
to
work
do.
for you. You don't need to.
Okay. There we go. Putting it all back in the bag. All right. Anyway, it is
I
what
got
it
the
is.
radio tray. They make a radio tray.
Yeah, I don't like those.
I think it's fucking sexy as fuck. Because
All
like
right.
if I want to replace my stuff, 2 screws done.
What are you gonna replace?
Like if I got to replace that 103 piece,
Yeah,
the
whatever.
big black piece.
Yeah, you like big black pieces.
Yeah, well, what can I say? I mean, I got one, so might as well.
Oh wow. Yikes.
But yeah, no, I think it's just 2 screws done. You can replace it. You don't have to. Well, it's like 6 screws total,
Yeah.
and you're done. So I think that I liked it. It gives you more room for activities on there.
Activities.
So
Is
things
it
are
actually a
walking.
bigger surface?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
Yes. Yes. The bigger. If it was just the same size, it would be pointless because therefore you're just raising your shit up for no reason.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. Like, I don't
Well,
need more size. It's just raising it up. Why would I
no,
fucking do that?
no. It gives you more room for activities. Like you can,
Okay.
you can have a whole picnic on there, and I
Maybe
could put.
people who run like Hobby Wings or something need that. I don't have that problem.
Well, I run a hobby wing, so therefore,
Okay, there you go. See, bingo. Brr, 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 brr. Like
yeah,
I even like this silly old receiver with the antenna.
yeah.
Because I can just take my transponder and put it right on top of it, and it is like all in one sort of unit. So I just have two rectangles that I servo tape onto the plate, and then you're done.
Okay.
So, but anyway, that is what it is.
12 scale talk.
Yeah. I don't know. I like 12 scale, but whatever. But we've been
Yeah, I
running
had fun.
running
I
a.
ran it this weekend. Had a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Well, why don't you tell us what happened? Is there anywhere a picture of the layout that you guys ran on?
Uh,
I want to see the
the 6
the
turns.
PVC pipe.
I don't know. Can you go to Live RC? You probably find the video.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, let's see if we can find a video. We'll do that. But why don't you share? So what the hell were you doing? Where were you racing?
So this weekend we had our turkey race, which is kind of like a annual tradition in Florida, where you go run carpet somewhere. For
And this
years,
used to be at Minreg, right?
yeah. I was getting there. Thank you for stealing my thunder. Um, yeah. So yeah, this used to be at Minrig, which is literally 5 miles from my house currently, and so
I know you
it's
used to talk about how you drive by, you'd stop by, say hi to Dave, and then leave.
yeah.
Yeah.
But so now they don't
Who's
race in there
who's
anymore.
kicking yourself now? Anyway.
Well, anyway. So yeah, now we don't race there, and so the only carpet track we have is in Beachline, which is in Cocoa Beach, or in Cocoa. I don't know which one the difference is, but anyway. So this is where they just had the big Florida Carpet Off-Road race. This is where they're going to have the Carpet On-Road Nationals next year for 2023.
You mean Worlds?
Nope, Roar Carpet On-Road Nationals are
I
going
don't
to
think
be
that's
at
correct.
Beachline. Yeah,
I
it
think it's
is.
at EA's track, buddy.
No. Off-road. Sorry, did I say on-road?
Oh,
I
yeah,
meant
you said
off-road.
on road.
That's my bad. Nope. Off-road. Yeah, Carpet
Okay.
Off-Road Nationals are going to be at Beachline. So anyway,
The Stadium
so
Nationals, yes.
yeah, stadium. Yes, the Stadium Nationals will be at Beachline. So anyway, they run usually an oval program on Saturday, switch the track over Saturday afternoon, and then they let the on-road guys on it. So anyway, so they kind of threw up a layout. They just got done running that big off-road race, so um, there's like a permanent parts of the on-road off-road layout that are still there. So they kind of threw something down on the ground. Got to do some laps on carpet, which I haven't done since Snowbirds. So it was nice just to be on a little bit of carpet, run a little 12 scale. Um,
Oh, we lost Mangler. Mangler's gone. But while Mangler's gone, I did find some video from Beachline. We can maybe go to the start of this, and let's see if we can figure out which car's Mangler's. Mangler had TQ'd the stock class, the deep field, 4 people. And so Fred Kellner's behind him in the pink car. Oh, yeah, you guys were just on a little baby track. Huh. Okay. Interesting. The guys for 3rd and 4th are having a hell of a battle. Look at Mike Bean, Dyson, Shane Williams up. Oh, Mike blew that corner. But yeah, that looks interesting. Don't know where Mangler went. But yeah, so he was at Beachline, and it's crazy to see how you guys are offset off the stand here, where there is like this whole section. There's a straightaway for an off-road race, and then like this other jump section and step up and whatever else over there. That's pretty wild to me. So I don't know. All right. What company makes that servo horn? I don't know which one you're interested in, but it was the same company, and we have them on SidepieceRacing.com. Your home for cool stuff that would be in FJ's pit box. So if you cruise to Sidepiece Racing, it's right here. In fact, this is this offset one. Click on it. Bam. You can zoom in, make it readable. And it's an adapter that works with the
Yo,
with the whatchamacallit. Hey, what's going on? Where'd you go?
fucking, I don't know. Computer died.
Oh, okay. You need to plug it in, huh?
I thought it was.
Okay. And so this is an adapter that works with the X-Ray Servo Saber, and we list the part number, etc. So anyway,
There's also Yeah Racing makes one that has it's longer, so like more like a touring car thing that's aluminum.
Mhm.
I have yet to be able to put it together because the
well,
fucking springs are so stiff.
I think that tells you about the quality of that thing. All right. Anyway,
But I mean, it will definitely give you like, if like for oval guys who run an angled servo and
yeah.
all that fun jazz, it'll actually give you more room for activities on it as well.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, I've yet to be able to put it together. It's the
So
springs
it's
are so.
quality.
Well,
That's
no,
what I'm hearing.
I think that's what you want. You want stiff spring.
Yeah. But you have to be able to assemble it. Now, when you try to assemble it, I'm assuming you're just taking the piece and like pushing the springs this way, right?
No.
Okay, well that's why you can't assemble it. So what you end up doing is you take the two pieces of plastic or whatever they are, metal plastic, you made
Yeah.
them together, make a
Yeah.
sandwich,
Yeah.
and then push them bitches right onto it. That
Oh.
by far is the easiest way to assemble one of these servo sabers.
Okay. I'll give that one a try.
Yeah, because I had that problem even with the X-ray Johnny back in the day.
Yeah.
And yeah, you just assemble the two pieces of plastic, and
Yeah.
then from the back you just hit it from the back,
Okay.
and just bam, 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 and it works.
So now that I see this layout, it looks like two balls and a dick shaft that
Oh
you're
wow,
that we're racing
wow.
around.
It almost looks like what the guys ran in Cleveland. Not really, but
No, no,
somewhat.
not even
What
close.
is interesting, I was commenting when you went away, was the depth perception here. You have an entire straightaway of an off-road track
Yeah, that we're not
that you're
even using.
driving behind.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's
yeah.
pretty wild.
It was kind of fun though. So if you look at the screen, you look in the top left corner of the track, there's like a little strip of, it's like a foot wide of carpet, right? And so there's this wall, so you could just set your car on there and you drive it down that little strip, make a left-hand turn down the ramp, and then through the two dots, and you're on the track. It was kind of
Nice.
fun. Yeah, it was just kind of
Okay.
like you just put your shit down and you just kind of drove it down the ramp and into the track. It was I thought it was kind of
All
fun.
right.
Yeah.
Is that how you finished your victory lap? No.
No, I mean, but
Oh,
then when you're done, you could just drive it right back up
all right.
and just pick your shit up. But
So
yeah, there's a whole extra lane. Robbie Dodge not Robbie Dodge.
Robbie
Robbie
Michaels.
Robbie Michaels promised me that for
Yes.
the state race, which we're going to have there in about 8 weeks, it'll be full track.
All right.
He
I
said,
like that promise.
yeah. He said, I guarantee it. He says, there's no way we're not doing it. So fingers
All right. Looks
crossed.
like you guys had a full heat of 21.5. I got to see what that looks like on this track.
Didn't look too bad.
No,
Furman was laying it
Furman took
down.
the TQ.
Yeah.
He already gapped these kids on the first lap. Oh, he hit the sweeper.
Well, what
He's
was
almost
really odd
lapping
is
the
that
end. Oh,
what's
there's
really
no
odd though
grip.
is like
Oh my God.
no, the two sweepers aren't the same. So the one on the nearest
Yeah.
us is wider, and it has a different arc. So like
Yes.
there was really like you really wanted to cut it tight getting
Yeah.
through there, and it was very difficult.
The one off the straightaway, it's actually interesting because it's like super hard radius and then it falls away. Yeah, interesting. Oh my God, look at all those plow jobs. But yeah, I would say you guys are dealing with low grip.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. The lowest.
I do see a groove though. You can see the groove like
Yeah.
building.
Yeah. I mean, we just need if we could keep this layout for like a whole month, it would probably get
Oh
really good.
wow.
But
Yeah, well maybe.
they've already
Maybe.
switched back to off road, and they won't run on road again until January,
Yeah.
which is the
Because
weekend
they
before
want to make
Silver's.
money. I get it.
Well, no, I mean we had 60 some entries.
Sure. How many do they get for off road?
Uh, if they get that many, they're doing good.
You think?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Maybe.
I mean, I think they get more like a 30 or 40 count on a normal.
All right. Let's see if super stock looked any better.
Probably not.
Only 4 guys. Could be just as rough.
15 to 20 says Florida Man.
Oh, okay. Well, then you guys did a hell of a job. What is this lineup on this? What is going on there? Anyway. Yeah. All right. Furman gone.
Yeah.
This is even more gone than the other race.
Yeah.
Well, and even like here, we see an interesting trend. Now, you know, mind you, we don't have a lot of guys at this event. You know, there's some guys, but there was 10 or 11 cars of stock, and only 4 here of stock. I'm sorry, of super stock.
Right.
And you know, I remember when 17.5 used to be stock.
Right.
So,
well,
you know,
more.
to me, it's interesting.
I mean, I don't think 17.5 is that fast on carpet.
I think it's pretty fast.
I don't. But, you know, that's just me.
Okay.
I mean, I do understand the 21.5 is definitely more controllable.
Yeah.
You know, I think anytime you go slower, it becomes more controllable. So, but yeah, no, it was a good time. The track was really clean. It was nice. The pits and everything like that. Supposedly, it hasn't been yet to be confirmed, but that's where they're going to have the 12 scale worlds in November there. So
nice. I like
hopefully, that comes to fruition. I know they still have some things to sign and I's to dot and T's to cross, but it should be there. So no, I had a good time. Look forward to going back in January, the weekend before Snowbirds kind of kicks off. And
when would it be there? Like, what are the exact dates? Do you know?
It'd be November 6th weekend, I believe. That's what they're. That's what.
No. Forget that. The thing that is at the track before Snowbirds. So is it like the 28th, 29th?
No, 21st, 22nd.
Oh, okay. So it's not directly before.
No.
Oh, okay.
All yeah.
Right. You never.
Why he was going to come down and get some laps in?
Yeah, it could be that crazy. Who knows? Whatever.
Yeah.
It's fine.
No, it's 21st, 22nd. Actually, 20th, 21st, 22nd. He's going to have the track open, ready to go on the 20th. So if dudes want to start showing up, on Friday, we can get some. You can get some practice in. When was the last time I got to race 25, 17.5 carpet TC?
I don't know if you ever have.
Yeah, like I have yet to finish worse than third at Snowbirds in 21.5.
No, in touring car.
In touring car.
What are you talking about?
Okay, 21.5 touring car.
Okay, yeah.
I have finished at least third or better each time I've run it at Snowbirds.
What, like in the B main?
No, in the A, motherfucker.
We're gonna have to find those results.
Fact check that shit. No, I was that like the second year I think I ran it was the year Mark Burt never showed up again. And
never showed up again.
Okay. After that, I remember we saw Mark Burt and then he never showed up again.
I guess.
Remember, because he like got in the way of Sam or something.
Wow! I don't think that's why I stopped racing, but sure.
We're not saying that's the reason, but that was the last time we've ever seen him race. So
okay.
So that was probably 2018, 17, somewhere right there.
Maybe like 13. No, it couldn't have been 13. It could have been 16 or 17 or 18.
It was probably 16, 17, 18. That was probably the last time I ran it.
All right, we'll
17.5 carpet. 7. I don't know, 17.5. It might have been a minute since 17.5 on carpet.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I can't even. That would be. Yeah, that'd be a while. I don't know. 17 would probably be around the same time, so it would probably have been like 16, 17.
Yeah.
When I ran, yeah.
So here's a bigger question: why does Florida Man not want us to talk about the indoor champs?
Because he got out qualified by a 3D printed car.
Oh my God. All right. Well, anyway,
Ooh.
we're only going to look at like the top 10 finishing orders. So if you're not in the top 10, you just won't be on it. That's okay. All right. So they got a lot of classes at this race. Let's see. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3,
Well,
4,
you know,
5,
you
6,
remember how
7, 8,
Scotty
9,
used to
10,
be all
11.
about, oh, we have too many classes and we need to have, I want to form the ETS series in Europe, and we're only going to run stock and mod. And now those motherfuckers got 15 classes too. So
Yeah,
like
they have a few.
Scotty has come around to where like the more classes I have, the more money I make. So therefore, we're going to have all the classes. Well, I mean, facts. Come on, it isn't a secret, right? You know, he doesn't put on races to fucking for shits and giggles.
All right. Well, says the Mangler. Anyway, so they had a division in 12 scale here. They had 17.5 12 scale masters with BYOM, bring your own motor.
Really?
Yes. And this was the top 10.
Jim
Pearsall,
Pearsall?
Eli, Lonergan. I hadn't seen Lonergan in a long time.
Dude shows up every year. He's always
I'm
around.
just saying, I haven't seen him in a long time.
Okay.
Frank, Wayne. You know,
I think
Wayne was a lot faster a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
At the
what's up with
Halloween
Wayne?
race.
Got
John
scared of the
Carey.
bite?
I don't know.
John Carey's over
Really?
50. Oh yeah, I guess he is over 50. Yeah.
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 Ron Schur made the main, and
Yep.
also Todd Mason.
So here's the thing. Like I remember back in the day, I think at one point Masters was over 35.
Yeah, it was. And then they
Yeah.
changed it to 40.
40.
And now it's
And
50.
now it's 50. And it's like we're never going to be able to fucking race this thing. Like
No, it's going to be 72 soon. Yeah.
The same fucking 15 old dudes are
Yeah.
just like, we're just going to keep raising the age so we can just race together.
Exactly.
That's all
Bullshit.
they're doing. Bullshit.
Bullshit. All right, we'll look at stock next. And so stock was an interesting affair. So stock featured handout Hobbywing G3 motors, 17.5s.
So, do you think those motors are just faster?
Which ones?
Well, so the normal 17.5's handout was actually faster than the Masters guys who could run open motors.
No,
So,
these guys are just better.
do you think that's what it is?
100% better.
100%?
Because otherwise, you can run that G3 motor in 17.5 12 scale
Mm-hmm.
if you owned one.
Well, does anybody? Maybe it's the ticket. Maybe this is a secret that no one's figured out.
Yeah, maybe. And you know what? Like Andrew just walked himself into something here. So, Andrew, did you run stock 12 scale? Let's see.
Yeah, he
I
did.
wasn't
He
at
was.
the event, so I don't know. So
Yeah,
I'm going to
keep going
on
down.
scrolling.
Oh, there
Oh
it is.
my
Right
God,
there.
he finished 14th. That's crazy. That's crazy sauce.
Is this finishing order?
This is
Or is
finishing
this
order. This
qualifying
ain't
order?
qualifying, bro. This is finishing order.
This is finishing. All right.
Yeah. So anyway, you know, Andrew, maybe, you know, he needs to focus less on GT12. That's all.
Well, you know.
All right.
Maybe he's
But
been
yeah,
working out with his kid, and he's just got,
I don't think that's
putting
it.
the laps in.
He has the arm pump. All right. Anyway, so Trandell, he TQ'd him one. Dager raced up from like 5th on the grid. Fershing started 2nd. He got 3rd. Knapp, Barden, Calandra, Wita, File Sticker, Evan, and Henderson. Henderson might have qualified 3rd, I think.
Yeah, I think he was up there.
Yeah,
Good
unfortunately.
run for Walt. What car is
10th.
Walt running? CRC?
Probably a CRC.
A lot of CRC cars in 17.5. What's up with that?
I don't know.
I mean, nothing wrong with it, but I'm just saying it's like there's a lot of CRC cars.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And then, you know, Mallory saying the backstretch was horrible for foam cars. I think you mean the back straightaway, right? And I think they rolled the back straightaway the direction that you would want to run oval on. So
Here, answer me this. Hold on, I got a question. So I've heard this thing people have talked about that the carpet has direction.
Correct.
So being a road course that we both run, at some point you're running anti-clockwise
Yep.
or clockwise, depending on what we're
Yeah,
doing.
you're running against the
It's
grain
the
or with
grain
the
at some
grain.
point, in a given point.
Correct.
So what the fuck does it matter?
When you try to get on it and go down the straightaway, your shit doesn't go straight.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you just like whipped it around and took the same car and went the other way down the straightaway, it would go straight as a fucking arrow.
Huh.
Yeah. So like Donnie's track is laid in the oval direction,
Okay.
at least on the back straight. You know, like when the straightaway far away from the stand, it
Uh-huh.
would run better going right to left.
Okay.
All right. But if you race normally left to right, you know, that's why your shit gets a little squirrely getting onto the straight and it can't really track well.
Huh.
Yeah.
I noticed that I had some issues going down the straightaway at Beachline.
Yep.
Maybe it's laid.
That's 100% that.
'Cause,
And
like-
you know, if it isn't like after the first lap or so, you know, when you spin your tires
Yeah.
because your tires are wet, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like there was a very fine line, and if you got out of it, your shit just went bananas.
Yeah, you basically you jump like the pile,
Yeah.
and you know, so it's like you're fucking Steve Kinzer and you're off the berm and you're
Right.
just doing the dumb shit.
All right,
Yeah.
Dave Vera, note to self: we need to run clockwise at the state race. That'll give us better grip.
Yeah, it'll be less fucked up.
Yeah.
100%.
All right.
And
'Cause exactly that's what I was feeling. It was interesting.
yeah. And Brian Bodine says the G3 is not a better motor. And I think he's right on that one. Otherwise, I'd be running the G3 all the time. And
Yeah.
I'm not.
Is that the new one?
No, that's the G4. And
Oh.
that one's actually doing pretty good.
Yeah.
But
I know Max came when he was at Mile High and banged some dudes out with it.
well, he got like third in 13.5, you know.
Well, but I
That's
mean, like in
kinda
touring
like
car,
banging
he was
people out.
fast with it.
Yeah, it would get into like a billion degrees, but yeah, you know. Anyway, so this was you know, the finishing order here. So you know, congrats to again to our winners.
What motor
Joe
was
did a good
Trandell
job.
running? Oh no, Hobbywing. Never mind. Duh. Sorry.
What do you mean?
Never
Oh
mind.
yeah, he Hobbywing. Everyone had the
Yeah.
Hobbywing.
Yeah. Never mind.
All right. Let's do super stock.
CRC was running an inline prototype.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
we
New
can
shit out there, huh?
we can talk about it. It's on Facebook, so we can share
It
all the
is?
pictures. Yeah, we'll do
I
that in a
haven't
minute.
seen it.
We'll
I
go
haven't
through the
seen this.
results and then we'll show the picture. Hey,
Oh my
hey,
god!
eyes
Breaking!
up. Eyes up.
Breaking! Dun, 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 dun.
Nah, it's not breaking, bro.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, all right. So it's good. It's good that Dixon was here because Donnie was here to crush everyone's thunder.
Yeah.
And his first laps on the
Dude.
track were Q1 of 13.5.
Yeah. So, like, if you look at his Q4 time, it's fucking sick. Like, he put a lap on everybody, at least on second
he does
place.
that every super stock race. What are you talking
But
about?
like, he was 3 to 4 tenths faster, hot lap and like average than everyone else. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah, he's not too bad at this 12 scale thing.
Man, like that was just. Whew.
He's
That
put
was-
the time in. He might
Yeah,
not have
he-
put the time in right now, but he shows up and he already knows what he needs to do.
I wish I had that fucking level of preparedness.
Well, and I don't even know if he is prepared. He works his dick off when he's at the track. All right. But you know, he focuses, he puts all of his energy into the qualifying and then into the racing.
Yeah.
You know, forget this practice thing. If you've done enough laps, you don't need to practice anymore.
All right.
I don't know. That's at least the lie I'm telling about him. I can do all the laps. It fucking doesn't matter. All right. So anyway, so Donnie, he DQ'd him one.
Yep.
Dixon, he got the second. He qualified second, got second. This
Radicki
is
did not finish third.
yes, this is not true.
Okay.
Radicki did finish third, but I hear he had an infraction on his car. And
motor was not legal.
Yeah, we'll just move past that one.
Why? What's wrong? What was not legal about it?
I don't know.
I
man.
want to know
wasn't
these
there.
things.
I wasn't there.
Hey, I want to. I want some good shit too, man.
I want some good shit too. Yeah. Yeah. Robert, I don't know if you want half of his talent, because he might give you half of his talent, and you don't want that. You might get the bad part. Like like in Spaceballs, there's two sides to every Schwartz. I don't know if you want that side. Dager got 5th. Barden, I think Barden qualified 3rd in this race. He qualified really well.
He ran well. I mean, he was 3rd in stock.
Dude, he beat Knapp.
Yeah.
Right here. That's big. He beat Trendell. That's big.
Yeah.
Schuttenberg, he put it in 9th, and Pulfer stuck at 10th.
Yeah. What was it?
And
Going on the B?
Our B main
Van
winner,
Aert?
Kevin Van Aert.
Cody Burke.
Yeah.
Yari.
Yari showing up to a race, you know.
Yeah.
It's nice. Waltz in the B.
Okay.
Douglas is in the B.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fast guys in the B. One special call out here to Jason Angle. He didn't run his main. I think he went home early.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Then Mod 12th. What a fucking amazing set of videos to watch.
Oh my God. 12. I watched so Pulfer put up a video of A1. And just watching that, and then like with 30 seconds to go, you just see Donnie just fucking balls out through
annihilate his shit,
and then just annihilates his car on the exit of that chicane, and like it just goes off the frame. Like it literally goes from the chicane at least 12 feet in some direction.
It's bad. Bad. But like that chicane, and we haven't showed any of the track action. And, maybe it's worthwhile to show the track action. Kemp says Donnie put it P8 in Q1, his very first pack. That's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's actually just show some track action for a minute. Like it's always kind of fun to talk about the tracks and what was going on there. I wasn't at the event, so I'm not gonna say I was happy I wasn't there. But I was happy I wasn't there. Holy fuck.
That chicane gives me memories.
The 12 scale modified.
Yeah, it makes me want to hurl.
Well, it gives me
big thing in the middle here. It's like a very wide green middle finger.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy. And now, like we're doing, video on whatever this is, so it's going to be blurry, but it's 12 scale mod, so it's already blurry.
And it's choppy though. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, deal with it.
So anyway,
look at Kemp grilling Sam's Angus there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then Hagberg trying to roll up on him.
Or is this
is A1?
A1. Okay.
Yeah.
So the funny thing was, that chicane reminds me of anyone. I think it was like the 2010 Nationals or 2012 Nationals, and that was in the Hobbyplex in Omaha.
Mm-hmm.
And they had this it was a straightaway into a chicane and then a left-hander. It ruined me. It literally fucking ruined me. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. And this is where I was just kind of this is where I was a semi quasi on-road racer. I would just go to a race just to support BSR.
To be one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just supporting BSR and just being at the race and all that. Yeah, and that fucking chicane literally just ruined me. And this thing reminds me kind of that.
It also is reminiscent to the kink at the Tamiya track.
Yep. Yeah.
But
or even the one at Fort Myers.
I'd never been there.
Oh, it had one of those too. It's like, Jesus, really?
Yeah, the kink at the Tamiya track was interesting though, because when you hit there, your car would go flying, and then it would hit a board, full stop, and then your shit would be broken.
Mm-hmm.
At this event, when you hit a board, you wouldn't hit the center of the kink. What ended up happening is, so you see Mike G, he's marshaling there in the chicane.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell it's Mike G. Anyway, so on the right hand of Mike G, there's that left-hander that you're about to go around.
Yeah.
That's where people would drive their shit straight into that.
Yep.
And then it's at an angle, and your car would eject itself onto the fucking straightaway. It was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, Hagberg ends up blowing out there.
Yep.
And so like, if dudes like him are having problems with it,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
but I
challenging.
think it's one of those things too. It's like it's what makes the track or makes the race, and it's like if you can, muster up enough gumption to get through there as hard as you can. I mean,
Yeah.
there's time to be found there, right?
Oh, and Donnie
It's
was
just
finding a lot of it.
yeah, and it's just like how many times can you do it in the course of 8 minutes
Yep.
and get away with it? I
Yep.
mean, if I can relate this too back to Gran Turismo, there's Dragon Trails.
Oh my God!
The,
Stop it with
the,
your Gran Turismo. Look at
there's a
poor Jeff Rowland. He's stuck there on the track, like the cars are going by him. He was in the track for 45 seconds just because he
yeah.
couldn't
I
even
mean,
get out of the
he
track.
finally made a good athletic move though. Good job, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so do we want to talk about the possibilities of we needing like 105% rules enforced in 12
oh,
scale
we're going to talk
modified?
about that. Yes. We need to talk about that.
105
because-
is really a lot, right?
Well, and we can sit here and do the math. We'll go through that in a minute. We're doing results right now, and we'll get to the other part. All right. So anyway, back to the modified. We showed you some action. Some other just things that were really funny to me as I was watching the modified guys go around was I really loved how traffic would basically destroy someone's race. And by loved, I don't mean I love that. All right.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite ones was so Sam got annihilated in A2 by traffic somehow. I don't remember how, but I think Sam might have been on the straightaway, whatever it was. So you saw that kink where they had the nice green triangle.
Mhm.
So Kemp's in the lead. He's just doing his thing. All right. He's trying not to blow out. He's running great. He qualified second, whatever, going around. So he's in that second chicane, getting onto the straightaway. And some fucking guy assassinates him. He hits that kink somehow,
Fucking sniped him, huh?
and then just fucking takes him out from the back, bro. He got hit from the back. It was amazing. I don't think
I think Kemp found it amazing.
Kemp was motherfucking everything when that happened. All right. It was
and this is a kid that doesn't even talk. So like
Yes.
for him to actually motherfuck
Yes.
something.
Yeah. Off the top rope. That's what he felt like. So it was pretty wild.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Superfly.
And anyway, so that was special. And I think in this class in particular, the track just ain't fucking big enough. And I don't mean this in any disrespectful way. Half of the guys here, and maybe it isn't half. So half's a blatant, disrespect, but half of the guys would have been better off in, running the B main. They could have raced, and instead of like moving over or pulling over, blah blah blah. And I'm when I run Mod 12 scale, I'm in that other half of the A main.
Oh yeah,
me
too.
I'm here with you.
Yep.
All right. I'm trying to be sympathetic.
I am the founder. Have the T-shirt. Yeah.
And there's been races, like there was a race that Kemp and I were in. I think it was Snowbirds, 2022 Snowbirds B main, or I'm sorry, A main modified, and we pulled over and watched at the end. We watched the last 3 minutes because it was just better.
Yeah, well, it was better for everybody.
Yeah, it was better for me. It was I could see what was happening. The race was exciting. Yeah. I know my shit wasn't exciting. You know why? Because I was moving over all the time.
Fine, yeah.
And every time you move over, you lose about 3 seconds.
And it's you get dirt on your tires and you're just fucked.
No, it's a combined of at least 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Like you could put a pass on somebody, aka a slide tackle, and you won't lose time. Like, or at least the guy unless you peel them. You generally won't lose time. But if you're just like pulling over into some awkward place, you're losing tons of time. You're getting shit on your tires. It sucks. So anyway, I think
so. What's the
things
rule?
That were really interesting though here is like Donnie raced up from I think car 5 So that was interesting to watch. You know, he was on the move. I bet if he had one more qualifier, these guys would have been fucked.
Qualifier or main?
Qualifier.
Okay.
I think he would have TQ'd. Round 4 was really good. I wasn't watching round 4 of qualifiers. I was only seeing it. I happened to be on an airplane coming home at the time, and I had some form of internet service. And the cool part was I got to watch, watch the laps wind down. And so I grabbed a few screenshots and that this is going to be terrible. But here's a screenshot of Donnie leading on lap 11. And I send this to him and he's like, fuck, I didn't even know I was in the lead. He was driving his dick off trying to catch Kemp.
Yeah.
Because they were calling Kemp in the lead. And so on that lap that I caught the screenshot, Donnie did a 9.188. And then Sam and Kemp did a 9.4 and a 9.5. So he was just driving fucking balls out. He also had a hot lap of a 9.051, Kemp with a 9.107, Sam 9.103. And in Q4, those three guys were they were on it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was really interesting to see. And yeah.
So they can take those setups, put them on the shelf, and not use them for the Worlds because it will be nothing like that.
Well, if they're at Beachline, none of that shit will work. The track will have this much grip, and who knows what tires we're on. We'll be on probably like Joe Schmo tires of Japan.
I vote Jayco's, but hey, I'll give you.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah.
I mean, if it's in America, we gotta use American tires, man.
Okay. Anyway, so it was cool though. Mikhail Orlowski was there.
Yep.
He is the current world champion. And Hebert was there, and Hagberg was there, and Ollie was there. Let's talk about Ollie for a minute. What car was Ollie running?
I don't know. What car was he running?
He was running an Awesomatics.
Ooh.
That's interesting, right?
Burr, 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 burr.
All right. Now, do you want to spend about 4 minutes giving me hell about Stewart making the main?
What? I guess the beatdowns this kid's been fucking giving you has been legit. That's all there is to it.
Now, here's the only real statement I would say. Imagine if he practiced.
I mean, he doesn't need to if he's just planning to beat you down all the time.
That doesn't want to be.
Kid just does Leas to you all the time.
That's not right. Anyway, and then we got Knapp and Troy.
Troy, yeah.
What
was the quote that? What was the thing that Donnie said about Troy?
I don't know. Anyway, carrying on. All right, so there was a whole bunch of other classes that happened. I'm going to talk about stock touring next.
Okay. Do we want to talk about the what's if 105% actually works out?
Yeah, well, I think we can go do the math once we do the review.
Okay.
All right. Stock touring. Mike G took the pole in like round 3 or round 4.
Yep.
From EA. And pretty much that's all she wrote. In A1 though, G did
G went full himself. G.
And
he did?
EA took the win. And then G in round 2 and 3, showed up and he delivered. So but
G
so
does
congrats
G
to him.
things.
Yeah,
good job, G.
We all know Mike G. Great guy, super fast. Interesting though, like Dave Johnson, Awesomatics, Manny Awesomatics, Bobby Awesomatics, Jeff Awesomatics, Mark with an X-ray, Brian Card, he got 5th, bro. That's an amazing result for Brian Card.
Yeah, good job. That means he's got a track, dude.
Yeah.
He races at the soda track, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got those kids down. Well, those kids down there probably banging them out, getting them better.
Okay, maybe.
the twins or whatever their names are, whoever
Yeah.
they are.
No, that's great. And then
Yeah.
you got Barrett from Canada, Craig, the X-Man, EA,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then G. So yeah, I don't know. This was just because the high turnout. It was a triple A main format for stock touring. So
Nice.
that's kind of cool. Now, unlike the triple A main 50 plus car entry stock touring, we had a very sad and pathetic 16 car count of super stock.
So you're
And
saying I had a chance.
yeah, you had it. Well, you had a chance to make the main for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So we had a repeat
Yep.
TQ and win out of G. Douglas, he qualified second.
Okay.
I think he had some trouble on the start though,
Okay.
and fell back and raced his way back up. Craig got around Xavier. I'm sorry, Craig got around EA, I believe. And then Jeff, Mark, Bobby, Dixon, Patrick, and Martin rounding
Where's
off the
Patrick
rest
running
of the
at?
race. What's that?
Where's Patrick running at?
Somewhere in Ontario, I would assume.
Oh, he's Canadian
like
too?
Yeah, he's French Canadian, I believe.
Is that Phoenix place?
I don't know if he races there or not.
Okay.
Good question. Don't know.
Okay.
Oh, actually, yeah, you're correct. Thank you.
Okay.
Kemp told me. Mark is actually the world champion. Orlowski was the TQ. I forgot.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, Orlowski did all the work. Mark showed up, took the title.
Yeah, because you're in Schumacher car too.
Yeah, he did.
A lot of Schumachers down in Florida.
Well, the team was there.
No. I'm talking for 12 scale this
Yeah,
weekend at
okay.
Beachline.
Oh, in Florida. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Sounds great.
I was like, huh. I've never
Yeah.
seen that many before in my life.
And then we had mod touring. And so mod touring, unlike mod 12 scale, like 10 cars can almost get around the track and not look like chaos.
Mhm.
And
A little closer.
so Kevin was the TQ, and Sam started second, I think. Yeah, and I think Orlowski started third. Unfortunately, Kevin did kind of what G did in A1. He just yeeted himself off the track after that deep chicane kink thing.
Yep.
And for a little bit, Orlowski was rolling up on Sam, and then Orlowski started to fall back, and Kemp was actually rolling up on Orlowski. And it could have been like if it was a 6-minute race, it would have gotten uglier, I think. But yeah, interesting. Hagberg in there, Hebert in there. Look, Chase Lemieux, an off-road kid, he went to the track, so that's cool. I talked to Paul a little bit about his son running. It was great to see, and I asked him, when are we going to see him again? He's like, I don't know. So hopefully, but unknown.
Yeah.
Barrett making the main, which is great. Douglas making the main. Stewart making the main. So like these guys right here, their combined age could be less than me or you, or it's real close. Their
What now?
combined age is probably less than you.
All three?
All three.
No way. Stewart's how old?
Okay, Stewart can drive. All right, so maybe not. But anyway, it's good to see some younger kids making the main, doing stuff here in on-road racing. And then I think Ali qualified in, and I'm not sure how much time he really put into the touring car.
Yeah. Oh, we got a spammer. You want to find yourself a hot girl?
Oh yeah, hot girl summer. Anyway, all right, what else we got here? There's many other classes.
Yeah, there's all kinds of classes.
Yeah, so Formula One. There was an awesome battle between Manny and Dager for like the entire race, just like at the NYGP.
Yeah.
Dager and Manny eventually went door to door, and I think Manny decided that 8 wheels turn better than 4,
Oh,
and I think he had the inside. I think. I don't
yeah.
know. That's the way I look at it. Look at this though.
Teach.
Thomas Kaiser, he got 4th.
Wow.
That's like a win right there.
Fuck yeah.
You know, behind Knapp, Dager,
hold on a
and
second, hold on.
Flores. That's pretty good.
Hold on.
Uh-oh. Please hold. Is that Teach calling? I think it's Teach calling. Was
Somebody's
Teach just
yelling.
calling you? Okay.
Somebody's yelling.
Was that Teach? He was excited?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice. All right. And then front wheel drive. There was at least 10 cars here. Yeah, there was 17. There was more front wheel drive than super stock touring. That says something. And
Well,
Chase-
speaking of front wheel drive, at the ETS they had an H main.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy, right?
That is insane.
Yeah, I don't really get that either. But anyway, so Chase here took TQ and win. Mike Svelte?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, Mike.
No, yeah.
Mark, Arvin, Kevin Nestor, proprietor of Austin Town Hobbies.
Yep.
Good to see him racing. Jason, Carrie, Sean, Aiden, and Dante. A few names here I don't know, which is always good to see. And then GT12. This was another one of these triple A main classes. Mengler's headphones are off. That's never good. Earth to Mengler.
Hey, I don't know. The neighbor guy is motherfucking somebody.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to get him on the podcast?
I mean, he's kind of interesting fellow.
Yeah?
But yeah, he's like this frail old dude.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he's like, he's from Mississippi. He's got this southern drawl, and
Uh-huh.
but yeah, he's fired up now. I don't know what he's doing. I guess LSU fucking lost or something. I don't know. Fucking. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Anyway, GT12
Sorry.
was one of these triple A main classes. Big turnout. Let's see how
Yeah.
many cars we have.
Probably 50.
We had
No,
45
45.
cars.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Rubber tire.
Yeah, rubber tire.
Yeah. All right.
Scott Jakes beat many people with his 3D printed car.
Yeah, good job, Scott.
And Maury had a new speed merchant there. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, somebody was saying, when it was at we were at Pave Nats, one of the guys there had a new Speed Merchant car, Charlie Yates, and I'm like, Bruce is still making cars? He's like, oh yeah. I'm like, all right,
Apparently.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, so we'll dig up some of the spy shots and we'll go through that stuff in a few minutes.
Okay.
Let me just think about how to do that. Dana, I can't believe Dana lost. He's good at this class. So I'm surprised that Dana lost.
Okay.
So, but that's GT12. And what else we got? We got USGT. USGT was a cluster.
Oh yeah? Why is that?
There was a pile up on the first corner between.
Oh yeah?
Let's see, between Dave Johnson
Yeah.
and Manny Flores.
Okay.
And basically, then they made Manny do a stop and go, and they were like a half lap back.
Oh.
So yeah, that's
Pretty much game
that
over
didn't
at
really
that
work
point,
out
huh?
so well.
Yeah.
In my mind. But anyway,
Okay.
it probably would have been better if they restarted the race, but it is what it is. Matt
wonder why
Abbey,
they
he
didn't.
took the win. With the awesome.
I'm sure Matt didn't want them to restart the race.
Oh, he definitely didn't. He had a huge lead.
Yeah.
All right. VTA. I didn't really follow this one, but Evan Banta took the win with an X-Ray. So congrats to Evan. He's a good driver.
All right.
More than a good driver. He's a great driver.
I see Von Perry back in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Durla, he made the main.
Oh.
Greg Halstead, 180 Raceway local. So
Gotcha.
great to see. All right, and now the last one, World GTR. Did I mention World GTR at the local track here, Nor, they run 2S and a 21.5. So they run like kind of like an F1 power package,
Right.
and the cars look blazing fast.
Yeah.
These are not blazing fast.
Oh.
So I think Win was the TQ holder. It
I
looks
thought
like
Buka
something
won.
happened. Nope.
I thought Buka won. No. Oh.
Nope. Not, definitely not. He
Okay.
might have won last year, or I thought Wayne actually won last year. But anyway, looks like it was a Calandra 1-2. So, you know, it's never good like when someone's sponsor, you know, beats people with his own car. You know, he doesn't need them then.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I hear. If I'm beating you, I don't need you. All right, so let's see if we can get a picture, kind of this. First, we'll try to stare at this speed merchant, and maybe Maori even has better pictures he's willing to share with us. But so looks like, you know, it looks like it has. You can see like on the front arm here, it has like a metal arm, and then there's like a composite arm screwed into it from over here, and like it has a xenon type upper link. So going back to a traditional style front end. The other thing that's different is the servo is also right here. So much like all the other inline cars now, the servo's right here.
Okay.
And I wish I could see a top view. I know Maori is run like the old car, the 8 used to have, it wasn't inline, it was off to the side a little bit, and then electronics were over here.
Right, yeah. Kind of like the Associated was.
Yeah. And I can't say if the Speedo, there's a lot of wires going on over here. I can't say, you know, definitely you can see Speedo wires. So he runs a Tekin. So I'm assuming he has his posts basically facing the front of the car, and you know, the wires are heading back to the motor. That has to be what's going on there.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it looks sort of true inline to me. And then you can also see that like patented, very, very, very long link. The speed merchant cars have some of the longest links out there. So that's at least one of the things I remember about the speed merchant cars. All right, let's see if we can find one of those spy shots of that other thing, of the CRC inline car.
So everyone's going back to inline cars, huh? This is the magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andrew's like, how can I upload a pic? Just post it on Facebook, man. You know? But anyway, so US Indoor Champs. There were some spy shots there that Scotty had. So let's see what we got here. If you go under photos, there are a bunch of photos. Lots of podium pictures, lots of race pictures. Please hold, this might take a little while.
Oh, wow.
Oh, here we go. Got it. And so the thing about this one in particular, it reminds me of some stuff that EA had done with some help from some oval guys. If you look at the bottom of the chassis, they have a tungsten inserts.
Mm-hmm.
I think these are the KSG tungsten inserts. But you would know by just looking at it.
Would I? Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
Is that tungsten?
Yeah.
And that's KSG stuff, right?
It could be, could not be. Who knows?
Okay. I think it is. Or, you know, it may not be. But
yeah.
Anyway, you know.
It's a very square chassis.
Yes. It looks like a skateboard. But there's a lot of pictures of it, which is also kind of interesting. You know, so they're still using their 832nd hardware.
Ooh.
The same front end.
Yeah.
And
I had these Allen 832nds that were really pimp.
Yeah. I did too.
Titanium. Nice.
Yeah, I have them on the Fenix car. They're really nice.
I like those. Yeah.
And so it looks like they have, you know, 3 places for titanium.
Okay.
It doesn't look like it's taped in any way. So I don't know if it's like coming from the top or whatever.
Right.
The funny part though is like, they have a pivot. I think this is already in their cars today, this pivot.
Yeah.
It
believe
looks,
it is.
very much like the Roche pivot that they came up with a long time ago.
Yep.
And then they still have their slider pod going on.
Okay.
And, servo in the front.
Yeah, they've been doing that for a while.
Yeah. Same front end. The servo saver that they run is interesting to me. I'm surprised they haven't moved over to an X-ray one like everyone else. And then
those are
like, they have
Pine Car tungsten weights.
okay. See, there we go. And then what we have here is we have a top deck design.
Yeah, I see that. They got little braces.
Yeah, which is interesting. So there's one in the front that curls around. One hit towards the center. Then after there, you see the upper link or the lower link.
Right.
And then 1 or 2 here at the back. It looks like only 1 at the back screws. So yeah, kind of interesting.
Well, it was working well, that's for sure. Whose car is this?
I'm not sure whose.
Huh.
I'm assuming based upon the Nick Bell Racing sticker, it's probably Barden's. I would bet money on that one.
Okay.
Look at the zip tie or the wire tie.
Yeah. Very clean. Very clean.
Yeah, it looks like my cars. It's nice. Super clean.
All right. Well, cool. Glad to see CRC's got something new.
Yeah. And the Rev 9 himself, Boyce and Banta, they had Rev 9s.
Ooh,
so
Rev 9.
Yeah.
9.
I don't know what this. I don't know what
9
the new CRC
times.
car is called. Look at this. Like, there's a random screw here, like in the gear. Like, yeah, I don't know. This one needs a little work. That's okay.
Hey, it was fast.
Yeah. Oh, and look, it has a fan on the back.
Oh shit.
Actually, no, that's a World GT car.
Yeah,
But anyway.
it's rubber. Big
But
fan.
you can see
lot,
actually
lot of fans on the Schumacher cars that were down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you can put a fan on a Schumacher car.
Yeah, interesting. You can see though, like they're reusing the pivot. That's the same, in both cars. But like
Right.
you can see here, there's one shim on the pivot, or maybe no shim.
Uh-huh.
And if you go back to the other picture, it has like a bucket load of shims.
Oh yeah.
Which is
Maybe
kind of
it's because
interesting.
the 12 scale thing.
I don't know. They probably just wanted like the pivot point to get longer.
Yeah.
So see, like there's a bucket load of shims here.
Got it. Yeah, you can see the space between the bottom plate and the chassis is way different too.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of interesting.
All right.
So,
well, good.
I don't know.
New things out there.
Yeah, you never know.
So for all
Gotta
the
get some spy
CRC
shots.
fans,
Yeah.
they have something to look forward to or whatever coming up.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right. So what do we think, Mangler? Is the next thing we should talk about is how do we fix mod 12 scale?
Sure, let's solve all the world's problems right now.
Okay.
So
And,
105% rule.
This is only a problem for actually like
Big races?
the guys at the tippy top end of the mod 12 scale race.
Yeah.
Which I am not.
No. So let's say, I don't know, how would we figure that? So if we just total time?
I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna pull up the results and we'll see what we can figure out here.
I mean, because this is riveting, us doing math on the fucking podcast. I can tell you.
Oh, they're gonna love it, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
gonna love
everybody's all about the fucking math.
Why not? Math's the best, man.
I hate math, but whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Mongo
Anyway,
don't like math.
What do we got here?
Hopefully mod 12 scale.
This is mod 12 scale times. And so a lot of heaters laid down in that last round.
Right.
Not everyone got heaters. But so the time we have to remember is a 52.804. Okay. So we'll just do some math out here. And so there's 60 seconds and 8. So 480 seconds. So Sam's total time was 484,
Right.
and he did 52 of them. And so that was 9.30 second average. Okay. All right. So now,
9.30.
yeah. So you do 484 divided by 52.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
All right. So now we got Troy. So Troy, actually the same amount of seconds, which is cool, but divided by 49. So that was a 870. 77.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is
So if you take, what was Sam's 903?
930 times 1.05, and that would give me a 9.77 mathematical result. So that would be the average lap time. That would make that cutoff. If we made it 90 or made it 105% rule.
So Gubbins would have been out with 105%.
Gubbins would have been out. Yep. And you look at
So he would have been out. Knapp would have been out.
All right. So let's figure out Stewart. So Stewart had 485 seconds divided by 50. He had a 9.7 flat.
Yep.
So on that rule, he would have been in.
He would have been in. So there would have been 8-car main.
Yep.
All right.
Now
I think we need to make it like 104.
Yeah. So let's see what 104 is. So I did have also like a little bit of a conversation with Paul about this, and so it might be fun to also do some math here on like the super stock times, just because you can see the dominance that one car can have.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, when Donnie puts a lap on everybody,
Right.
and see how that would hurt the field. Okay?
Oh yeah. So
if you take 9.307 times 104, you get to 967,928. And so Stewart would be out then.
Yep.
And so let's see Hebert sitting on his Q2 time. So he had 842. Divide that by 50. And so he had a 964.
So he would have been in.
He would have been in on 104% rule.
Okay. I think that's the number. I think we just found the number.
Possibly. All right. Now, let's see. Let's look at stock 12 scale. All right. So Donnie, he had 481 divided by 46.
1045.
So, yeah, 1045. So if we take that number times 104, you could then have a 10,874 average. Now, we're not saying that that's needed. We just want to see how bad it's going to hurt, like if we apply this. So let's go to car 10, Pulfer. So he had 482 divided by 44. So he had a 10,945. I'm sorry, 10,954. So if we did 104% in this world, he would be out. So let's check out Radke. So he would have been 491 divided by 45, and that would have been a 10.911. He would have been out also.
So what's the cutoff again? 10.
10,874.
Okay.
So then we got
go up to first
Schuttenberg, 483 divided by 45. So he was a 10.733. So he would have been above the 104%.
Okay.
But, you know, again, I don't think, because the lap times are so much slower here, I don't think it matters as much.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, just interesting, like what would be the collateral damage on the field.
Right.
If
you
did
had
something
imply
like that.
a 105% rule.
Yeah, or 104 rule.
Yeah.
Like, and we'll just back test it with Joe. 489 divided by 42.
Well, see, I think too, I think you're gonna, and I think some of that has to do with this track, because of the chicane and how
There's nowhere to hide.
well that and just that. But what I'm saying is that the chicane is such a make or break. If you could keep making it, it's going to bode you well. Whereas people who struggle with it, so you're going to see a larger split throughout the field.
Yep.
And
Now,
so,
I applied the 104% rule
yep,
to car 10 in stock 12 scale. And so if you take Joe's time, which would have been 11.64 times 104, you got a 12.1. And so Evan, he had an 11.87.
so he's good.
So that's good.
Yeah.
The other thought could be like, what about, is there something to do with, like, say, how consistent somebody runs? And I think that also would be pretty hard.
Yeah, that could be.
Because you could also then have someone who's blazing fast and they just have one lap they blow out on.
Yeah.
And that would hurt it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure how else you could kind of look at it. I'm sort of interested to see what the consistencies look like. So Sam, he reset TQ. His consistency was, survey says, a 99 or a 98.1.
98.1.
And
I think that right there just kind of goes to show you that it's
hard.
Yeah. This track is just hard. So you're going to see bigger splits.
Yeah, like Donnie didn't have a good run. He was very fast, but a bad run. But that total time, I think, would have beaten Troy, or would have been around Troy's.
Yeah.
And so he had an 83.
Yeah.
So, but he did an 8.9. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, Donnie just doesn't care because he's going to send it, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
So good for him.
And like, this was Ollie's best run. Let's see how consistent it was. He did a 97 and 97.4. So yeah, like the track just looked like a killer.
Yeah, it was struggles for sure.
Yeah.
Huh. Anyway, it looked like it was a great event. Everyone, all the words I've heard from the event, there was no real problems. Everyone had a good time. Plenty of practice.
One thing that was a big to do at the event, and I won't go into all the ugly details about it, but there was a lot of folks who were getting asked to update their speed controls.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the event, I guess now we have all the hobby wing and all the R1 guys. They have all legal speed controls now, so that's good.
Oh, well, they finally learned how to program their shit.
Well, no, Paul went around to everyone's cars and reprogrammed them all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through and I actually I used the box for my hobby wing, and so I had to reinstall some firmware, update the box, update the speedo. So I took some time and got all that done. So I always made sure that I'm perfectly up to up. I don't know surprises later on. So yeah, it takes a minute, to get it all hooked up and do all that thing. So yep, gotta get updated.
Yep.
Gotta get that
good
updated.
to be legal.
Right. And then, if you go to a race and, you might want to bring your program box so they can check your shit too. If you run some random speed controller that no one's ever really heard of.
Yes, I think that's the other defining thing for the weekend too, for that impacted a few individuals.
Like, bring your program box, bro. Like,
yep.
Yeah. Like, I don't know why you would go to a race without one. But
all right, so here's the question. Rob is asking, what would be the fix for mod when fewer and fewer drivers can achieve the 104% rule? I'm going to say get better.
Yeah, you get better, or you're going to have some really good races in the B main.
Yeah, the B main will be blazing.
It'd be amazing. Like you can imagine 10 guys that don't have to move over every 3 laps and, actually just racing each other instead of circulating. So, yeah, I mean, you would have essentially 2 great races. You'd have an A guy and you'd have a B guy, and they would be great races. Like you and I at Snowbirds when we ran Mod 12.
We had a decent B main race.
We had a good race. Like for the most part, until like the last 30 seconds or whatever, we were pretty much within a second and a half.
Yeah. It was
And
ebbing and flowing.
yeah, it was fun. Had a good time.
And
Like
let's actually see if we can find the B main of mod 12th. Just to kind
here
of look.
at Champs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and like I said this the other day. It's like, you know, if I had access to a track that was close to my house and I could go there for 2 months or 3 months and spend 20 to 30 hours a week working on mod 12 scale only, I might get within 2 laps of Sam. But it's going to take that kind of effort in order to get there, and just a lot of people just don't have the time,
Or the
you know,
access, or the
or the
money,
access or whatever.
or
Yeah.
the desire, or
Right.
the skill.
I mean, I really think I could. I mean, I think I could get to within the 104%. But again, I would
Yeah.
need a lot of time.
Mhm.
And I'm not willing to spend that kind of time at all.
Now, this is what's interesting to me here is I see a lot of cars on the track, but they all don't seem to be counting.
I don't know what you mean.
Like if I look at it just took a while for things to catch up. Greg Amendola had a really bad first lap, it looks like.
Yeah. Well, that and they have like the video and usually the live feed doesn't coincide normally.
Yeah. And you can see even here, like there is one guy who's moving over kind of massively.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in the sweeper right now. And like, the 105% rule, who knows? It could be needed for the B. If you want to have or 104,
Well, you could
whatever it is.
you could do 104, 105, 106, or whatever. Like you could for each main, you can make it a little deeper so it wouldn't be so bad. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, and we've talked about it before. I think that it's plausible, but no one ever wants to say, "Oh well, you spent all your money and you're
Why
still
am
not
I
fast
not in the
enough."
A main?
Yeah, even though I could be technically.
Yeah.
So,
Well, if
I
you
mean,
win
it's
the B
even and
main,
one
you
thing
could
and
say
one
you finished 8th.
well, and one thing is too is that if you look at say we talked about how what's his name was stuck in the middle, he couldn't get
Yeah.
out. Turn marshal, you know, that's if he's got to sit there for 45 seconds because the cars are so spread out and going so fast that he can't safely get across the track without A, crushing somebody's shit like Boyce, or B uh, or B
Wasn't it G that crushed Boyce?
I don't know. I was just
Yeah, that's what it was. Let's get it.
okay.
Let's get it. Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah, it you know RC races are not the most athletic prowess people on the planet. So them to sprint across 6 foot of lane with boards that are 3 inches high and not roll an ankle is usually pretty impressive. So, we're not the most fleet of foot individuals out there. So it's not like, it's not, if you had, now here, you could do this. If you had like the tennis ball guys from Wimbledon, if you had those fucking kids as marshals, yeah, we'd be okay. Like it wouldn't matter. Like they could just fucking zip it back and forth all over the place. But we don't have that. We have Jeff Rowland, and that's what we got. So like it's hey, so
Yeah.
this is where we have things like this.
Yeah. And the question here is there any
No.
way to slow it down? The
No.
answer is no.
No,
Without
because
making it a spec class.
there's no good answer to that. The slowing it down, you can run different motors, no blinky, no whatever. It's still going to be the same dudes. I mean, the only thing I guess you could say is that when they did run that 6.5 class at IIC, that there was a large or more closer group of people.
You
However,
think?
you've just turned it. Yeah, I think that was the year. I mean, like, wasn't the year like Gilles won like the B main or something in like some last lap?
Well, because he didn't have a hand wound motor, and he
Yeah.
was running like probably like a much more motor, and he got outmotored like crazy.
Yeah, but again, so yeah, then you'd have to look at like a hand wound thing or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
mean,
I can even.
I would think that if you
Find
made it a
IIC.
6.5 class and handed out the motor, it would be a lot of fun, and you could probably would have a closer field, and you would not need to enforce the 104% rule. But at the end of the day, do we really want that? Is
Yeah, I
that
don't think we do.
yeah?
So which Vegas was that? Was that 2016?
Fuck, I don't know.
Well, that's the oldest one that's on Live RC here. So
No, I wasn't there. I just remember watching it on TV. I think it was before that. I was like 15.
yeah, I was there, but I know. I know Nap won that year. Or I thought Nap won that year.
Bodine saying 16.
Okay, it's 16. So let's go to 16. I found 16. Let's try to prove this out. Now, and it doesn't look like he actually won. It looks like Hagberg won, but I think Nap TQ'd. All right, so here we go. Let's go look at. I guess we have to look at the main sheet. All right. So modified. Ooh, Wita was in the C main. Drew Ellis was in the C main. Jossens was in the C main. Van Aert was in the C main.
Mm-hmm.
EA ran. He was in the B main. Tony Block. He ran my hand wound motor in the B main.
But look at all these dudes at 37 laps.
Yeah, hold on. Please hold. All right, here we go. So at this race, okay, so the TQ was Hagberg, I guess. Or no, is this? Yeah, okay, a Hagberg.
Mm-hmm.
So it was 489 divided by 39.
Is this qualifying?
Yes, this is This is the main order. Okay? This isn't finishing.
All right.
So that's Hagberg, and then if you take that, so that's 12.53, and you multiply that times 1.04, you got a 13.03999. Andy Moore bumped up, but let's find Andy. Well, let's find who was the legitimate car 10, just for funsies. So car 10 was Eric Anderson. So 481 divided by 37. And so that was a 13 flat. So that was, using the 104% rule, that was correct. All right, so let's go back to Grosscamp. So 487 divided by 37. That was a 13.16. So that isn't in the 100 and whatever rule. Let's 483. Let's try that one. That was 13.05, and that is not in the 104% rule. Now, I think the other difference here, why this also doesn't totally relate, is because IIC is usually a freeway, like very big track, and the lap times are much slower.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the freeway that everybody can get more consistent, so they're all going to be a closer bunched field.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you just look at this, like you're going to go down to way around Walter, right? Walter would have made the 104% rule. So now you have 13 people.
Yep.
Making that had a legitimate shot at the mod. If we put that into play, I think
if we went to the last IIC and looked at the mod result, maybe. No, actually, hold on. Let's pick one where there's more cars. All right, the 2017 IIC. Let's look at the mains. Let's see how many there were. All right, so there was only 13 cars running modified that year.
Yeah.
So this is also not a great example. I think we'd have to.
Oh yeah, because you can see if I would have do that one, because I think I was there that year.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah, I ran
let's
12 scale
see where
mod.
you ran 12 scale mod.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the year Andy Murray showed up and ran like a 6,000 battery and mod, and he couldn't figure out why he couldn't dump.
All right. You weren't there.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was 18.
Yeah. The total times are very similar, though. It's very interesting to see that.
Yeah.
Well,
I
actually,
mean,
no, I take that back. They did. I think they did. No, no, that's correct. They did. The total time was 2 seconds slower on this layout.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, I think too, I've always contended that if you say you have a track that's 100 and say 100 by 40, no matter what layout you put pretty much on that track, it's going to be roughly the same lap time because you're still covering the same footage.
yeah,
I
unless
mean,
you cut some big portion of it out.
yeah, I mean, I think that, and so, IIC being what it is, it's the same size,
What it
the same,
was.
yeah, I mean, you're going to run relatively the same. Go to 2019. Is he got that there?
Yeah, I gave up on that. It's
Oh,
fine.
come on. I want to see if I made it.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Do we have to?
Embarrass me? Yes.
Okay. Very good. Just
Yeah.
checking.
Yeah. I'm okay.
As long as we're on the same page. You're
Yeah.
not too fragile.
No, I'm good right now. I mean,
Okay.
it's borderline, but I'm good.
I'm borderline, but I'm good. I love that. All right.
So,
It's trying to do something.
okay. So anyway, oh, there we go.
All right. So we gotta go back.
I mean, this really only applies to one class, I think.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, so it's not like, you're not trying to do it everywhere. But I think 104 is a good
Yeah.
good justification.
Look at Kemp. Now, I think 6.5 and Blinky makes it terrible, but 6.5 and open may not be as terrible.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, all for science. Exactly, Will.
I also do think if we could find a way to take grip away, that would work.
That's
Like if
stupid.
you ran a Nissan NTP 90 body that has like the wing side dam on that has nothing there, that would slow everyone down too.
Yeah, that's stupid. You run the fat bodies, kid.
Oh
Yo.
God.
Oh, I ran that shit this weekend.
How did it go?
Ooh. I tell you what, if you were on a track that had like stupid high grip and like in spec, like 17.5 on stupid high grip, you want that body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has no traction.
It would not be horrible.
Okay. All right. So I see you here qualified third in the B main in super stock 17.5. So that helps answer Fairtrace's question of when was the last time you ran 17.5?
Yeah. I was not a good that whole weekend was not a good outing for me, but
Okay, and also fifth in the B main of modified.
yeah.
All right, and 12 scale mod, you were seventh. What's more impressive to me is that you outqualified Ray Derrick. All right, so let's do the math. 481 divided by 43 for Hagberg. That's 1186 times 104. That's 1163. Let's do yours. So 485 divided by 41 is 1182, my friend. You would have been in the gutter ball. Andy Murray with his 478 divided by 41. He's an 1165. He also would have not made it. So using this math, I think let's check out Rick Dog 42 he was an 1164. He also wouldn't have made it. So it would have been, let's see if Eric Anderson would have made it. Eric Anderson would have made it. So using this math, it would have been the top 4 guys.
And I know I had at least 5 seconds in that car, so I probably could have ran a 42. So yeah, it would have been a good race.
So yeah,
And
that's
Andy Murray
probably,
didn't have any batteries. He literally, that was so funny. He showed up and he was running like 6800s in mod, and he's like dumping. And he's like, "How do you guys make it?" I'm like, "Yeah, we have 8000s, bro." He's like, "I didn't never had to run a battery that big in Europe." I'm like, "Yeah, because
Yeah.
you have no traction."
yeah. Well, and they could try to do that, but imagine how you'd have to do battery tech. You'd have to take your battery, charge it, and then dump it, and that's what battery tech would be. Because your label could say 6300 on it, but it doesn't mean it would have 6300 in it.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
that's all
Just like the
bogus.
back to round cell days, dudes were reshrinking cells and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't work either. So
Yeah, I can recase any single cell battery you want.
yeah. Now, reduce case size, that could be like, I don't know how we ended up with the sizes that we ended up with, but reducing the case size could do it. And and check this out. We got a guy who is in Peru right now chiming in. Lefty, he's saying what's up.
Oh, his name's actually Keenan?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I didn't know
Lefty.
that.
Yeah.
Hey.
And
Hey, Lefty.
yeah. The one thing we actually should say, because we didn't do this, and it's something we've been talking about every time we're on this this silly program, is you should vote for Roar
Oh yeah.
if you haven't done it today.
Tomorrow's the last day.
Yeah, tomorrow's the last day, so that's the only thing we'll leave you with here, is vote for Roar, my friends.
Yeah.
And it sounds silly, but we think it's important. And that's not the Roar News I was looking for. That's the Roar Nationals. But there's news here, and you go to roarracing.com, and there's a link here from November 3rd, and you can vote for president, and you can vote for even-numbered regional directors.
There you
Please vote. Please vote.
go. And vote often.
Please vote. You can only vote once.
Oh, okay.
All right. This is no fake news media stuff. So yeah. Anyway.
Well, I mean, Italians could be running this election. You don't know. You could vote more than once then.
Oh, possibly.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
Lefty, from what I can see, he's on a 3-week tour of South America, Central and South America, or maybe just only South America.
Oh, is he with JQ doing the things?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Stuff and things with giant 8-scale cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you think about an 8-scale car compared to a 12-scale car,
Yeah.
and you're just like, what's going on here? Like,
Yeah.
the size difference is tremendous. So
For sure.
But-
yeah.
anyway, all right. You got anything else, Mangler?
No. What are you doing this weekend?
I'm going to be racing Saturday at
Where?
Nora.
Nora.
At Nora.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I got to get my my car that's currently stanced out rebuilt. Look at that stance. Woo.
So I thought
Yeah.
you were gonna like not touch your mod touring pavement car. You're like, I'm just gonna put it on a shelf. It was so great.
Oh, I'm not touching that car. I have 3 carbon cars,
Oh, okay.
and that one car is going to go on the shelf.
Okay.
It's very good. It's
Okay.
the 12.7, special.
Okay.
So,
Got it.
if I could have just kept, if I just actually putted around the track and not tried to send it, because I was like,
You were
I want,
channeling your inner Leah.
dude, I was like, I'm going to put it deep in the main. Watch this. I'm like, I'm going to go get a 4th for the round. Watch
There
this.
You go. Oh, there you go.
And I watched that, and I sent my car, and it went. It usually does like a kung fu move out of the straightaway there.
Yeah.
It didn't do that. It just parked itself up against the board. It was so painful.
Oh well.
Anyway, it's okay. So
Alright.
I think that one's the most stanced out.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. But yeah, I'll be running on Saturday. It should be great. Can't wait.
Is it racing or just practice?
No, racing.
Okay.
So we get 2 qualifiers and a main. And what I've found is the smartest thing to do is you can also, we have stock touring and mod touring.
Ooh.
And so if you run your stock car in mod touring, you get more track time.
Oh, so that's what you're doing?
Yeah. So last
Okay.
week I ran carbon car in stock round 1 and
Mhm.
alloy car in or maybe the other way around. Anyway,
Whatever, yeah.
I ran cars in some order and then I swapped the order.
Okay.
And yeah, that was it. I can tell you this: these motors, they can get very hot. The slot machine,
Oh, yeah?
they can get very hot.
They take all the heat, huh?
Yes. So very hot. Will's also stirring the pot. Look at this: Josh Cyril, possible Iris driver. We didn't talk about that new touring car. It's not. All the pictures aren't fully out yet. I think we should though when it shows up. They're going to release in December, so you know,
A couple weeks.
Yeah, so we can probably talk about that soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. What else? I got nothing else really.
All right.
I got to
Well, I'm
start
going to
writing
go down
down
to
the setup.
Miami.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Miami.
So the fine folks at the Miami Grand Prix have changed the schedule and didn't tell anyone. So what's up?
Is that a common occurrence?
It seems to be. I mean, I've only 2 years in a row, and it just shit changed.
Okay. And did that happen last time?
Well, this is the second time, so
Okay. So
they're 2 for 2.
what did they do the first time?
I don't even remember now.
Okay, well then why are you crying about it?
Well, so like now it was supposed to be practice Friday, qualifying
Yes.
Saturday, more qualifying Sunday, and then mains.
Okay.
Now it's just qualifying and mains on Sunday.
Okay.
So
Maybe
I
they saw
theoret-
the entry count and they're like, yeah, this is a waste of time.
well, I get that, but like at least let us know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Will. Wait, what? So like I didn't need to be there on Friday to get and waste a hotel room. I could have just came down Saturday morning and practiced all day Saturday and then raced on Sunday. But now, no, not so much. So yeah, Will. All the racing is going to happen on Sunday. There will be open practice on Friday and Saturday only, and then we start racing Sunday morning.
So like Sunday, you have to have everything ready, ready to roll. If it were to rain on Sunday, what would happen?
Then we wouldn't race. Yeah. And so the funny thing was they were I said I sent them an IM on the Facebooks and I said, hey, word on the street is that you've changed the schedule and just want to confirm that. And they're like, yeah, we did. And I'm like, oh, would you like to let some people know? And they're like, hey, could you do that for us? So I'm like, okay, so here I am.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So the funny thing is that there's people that are in Miami and they know that happened, but they didn't let anybody else know. So it's been known for like 2 weeks now, and I just found out about it last night. So,
All right.
yeah.
Well, you've now let at least 26 people know about it.
Okay, well, good. So yeah, anybody coming down the Miami Grand Prix,
Don't.
You really don't have to be there till Sunday. But if you want to get some practice in, you can come down on Friday. So yeah, Friday looks like it's going to rain anyway. So yeah, that's a good thing.
That sounds bad.
Yeah. Whatever.
And I will say that the last thing maybe before we depart here, the subscription count is growing on the YouTube.
Yeah.
All right. This morning we were at 159. Right now
I think
we're at
it's up like
100.
7.
We're 160.
Oh shit! Like,
So
subscribe, share. Sharing is caring, and that's what we really need. We need more people to share this
yeah,
on their socials and say, "Hey, these two guys are kind of entertaining.
yeah.
They're ugly. They have faces for radio, but hey, they're somewhat
Maybe
entertaining."
I think what we need to do is chop up the portion of the show and put a little highlight reel together
A little
around
sizzle reel.
the 104% rule.
Yeah. The
I
sizzle,
think
the sizzle. Make
yeah,
a little sizzle reel. All right.
I actually think we just put too much good content in one show and they just can't handle it.
Yeah, no, I can understand that.
Yeah,
I
this is
fully-
100. This is an
I can tell
hour
you
and
what.
50 minutes
If
of
we
free.
if we get to 500,
Yeah.
I'll do a teaser. I will wear that fucking Sundapal shirt that you sent me.
Is it good?
Oh my boobs are like this. Like, it's a 4. It says 4X on it.
Yeah.
I don't know where 4X that is.
Mhm. It's not in your town?
Not in my town. I need an
Mhm.
8X.
Oh God.
Oh my, it's so tight, dude. Like, it hurts to breathe. Like,
I like that. Dude, that'd
yeah.
be good, man.
So, like,
You know?
if you want to, I could go in a baby tee
A
at
baby
500.
T. 500 baby T. Let's do this. Yes. Get everyone ready.
I like
think-
I like how that Max got the same size shirt that I did. And he's like, "Yeah, it fits fine." I'm like, "What the fuck? Like, there's no way."
They just that was the biggest one they had. Sorry.
Uh, they don't
So.
make. China makes all this stuff. How can they not make bigger shirts?
I don't know. They just didn't.
Did you ever try
No.
your shirt on?
Yeah, it fits awesome. I wore it last week.
Oh my god.
It I don't know how
Did you
well
get,
it washed.
Did you get a
but it fits
4X too?
awesome. I have no clue what size it says. I didn't
Oh.
look. I just put it on. It fits awesome though. It's really nice. I'm super happy with it.
You're looking for it right now. You can't find it.
It's not in the room. I was wishing it was. It's not.
Oh, hopefully you would take your laundry somewhere else and not just have dirty laundry t-shirts just laying around.
Yeah, you would always hope that.
I mean, you are quasi domesticated now. I mean, I think that's
I'm fighting the good fight, man.
all right. You hanging on that bachelor life?
Yeah. Exactly.
All right.
So, anyway. But yeah, I got to get to this touring car over here. It needs help. I'm gonna build some dampeners at least tonight.
Oh geez.
But I got to write down the setup before I disassemble it all.
Okay.
So, all right,
Well,
guys.
have fun with that.
I
Like,
always have
subscribe,
fun.
share,
Yeah.
and we'll see you next week.
Yes. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
All right, bye.